Welcome once more to the hallowed halls of our grand library. Today our tale takes us into the depths of history, where we shall uncover the secrets of the chilling sanctum known as the Scarlet Monastery. Located in the gloomy Tirisfal glades, a forsaken land veiled in sorrow, the northeastern corner gives rise to the imposing Scarlet Monastery. Once a radiant cathedral devoted to the Church of the Holy Light, it now stands transformed by the echoes of war into a bastion of zealotry. Within its aged walls, legends echo of remarkable personas such as High Inquisitor Whitemane, Sir Thomas Thompson, and Scarlet Commander Mograine, all of which are a symbol of the monastery's descent into corruption. These halls bear witness to blood-soaked conflicts, clashes of purpose, and struggles for dominance, evolving the sacred sanctuary into a crucible of strife. Within the monastery's formidable confines, 4 perilous wings stand as a testament to its harrowing depths. The first is the graveyard, where the lingering sins of Blood Mage Thalnos send eerie echoes through its corridors. Then there is the armory, a bastion once fiercely guarded by the Scarlet Champion known as Herod. The monastery's intricate library, once overseen by the formidable arcanist Doan, shelters tomes of forgotten knowledge and secrets. And lastly, the cathedral looms, a sacred space where Scarlet Commander Mograine and High Inquisitor Whitemane spearheaded their holy crusade. Our journey into the history of the Scarlet Monastery starts before the Third War, a time when the monastery served a distinct role. It was once a revered sanctuary for Lordran's priesthood. It served as a hub for education and enlightenment. Functioning as a training ground for aspiring paladins, its halls echoed with lofty ambitions of the young initiates. Within these luminous halls, Alexandros Mograine, a prominent figure, dedicated months to arduous training and devoted prayers during his youth. However, the emergence of the undead scourge across the lands of Lordaeron during the Third War led to the monastery's transformation into the fortified stronghold of the Scarlet Crusade. As the echoes of the Third War began to fade, the resilient knights of the Silver Hand that remained in Lordaeron confronted a daunting challenge. A world reshaped by the shadow of the scourge, it was a time of great change, and these steadfast defenders made a pivotal decision to transform the old monastery into a bastion of hope. Their intent was clear: establish a defensible outpost in Tirisfal Glades, a strategic foothold from which they could reclaim the once proud capital city from the clutches of the Forsaken and rid the lands of the relentless scourge. However, upon their arrival, an unexpected resident awaited, a jungle troll named Zabra Hexx, who had claimed the monastery as his abode. Driven by a thirst for knowledge, Zabra had sought wisdom within the monastery's sacred tomes, learning the very ways of the light from its venerable pages. Yet as the knights deliberated the fate of this unlikely inhabitant, the tug of conflicting opinions manifested. Bridget Bendis and Lord Maxwell Tyrosus debated the troll's destiny, torn between clemency and condemnation. In a moment of decisive action, High Lord Alexandros Mograine intervened, moved by the revelation of Zabra's connection to the light. With mercy in his heart, Mograine chose to spare the troll, recognizing the potential for redemption. To fathom the true story behind the Scarlet Monastery, one must delve into the history of one of Azeroth's most renowned figures, Alexandros Mograine, and of course his subsequent lineage. The tales of Alexandros are rich and intricate, warranting a dedicated tale within the library. However, this chapter aims to offer a glimpse into his legend, a brief illumination for those unfamiliar with his name. In the vast canvas of Azeroth's past, Alexandros emerges as a radiant figure. His courage and achievements reverberate through history. Known as the Ashbringer, his legacy intertwines heroism, sacrifice, and a destiny both majestic and sorrowful. Once hailed as High Lord among the esteemed Knights of the Silver Hand, Mograine wielded the legendary Ashbringer, a weapon of unmatched power and purpose. Often seen as a symbol of hope, he led his comrades in the battle against darkness. During the turmoil of the Second War, Mograine stood resolute against the Old Horde's onslaught, orchestrating valiant battles alongside his noble paladins. Countless battles bore witness to his unwavering resolve, and his legend grew with each victory carved from the crucible of war. Yet amid his triumphs, tragedy cast its shadow upon Mograine's tale. His destiny took unforeseen turns, transforming the once pure blade into a symbol of grief. Delving further into Mograine's legacy, attention must turn to his lineage. The revered paladin had 2 sons, Darian and Reno. The intricate story of the Mograine family spans too wide to encompass it in a single narrative. Yet, to grasp the essence of the Scarlet Monastery story, Reno's role must be illuminated. A respected member of the esteemed Knights of the Silver Hand, Reno's journey departed from the path of honour and nobility, influenced by the malevolent sway of Balnazar, who manipulated him through the vessel of Saidan Dathrahan. Motivated by a twisted blend of envy and ambition, Reno harboured profound jealousy towards his brother Darian, and it was for the favour he received over his brother. This emotional turmoil paved the way for a dark allegiance, an alliance that saw Reno succumbing to the enticing proposals of the Grand Crusader. In a fateful act of betrayal, he orchestrated his father's downfall. Reno's descent into darkness culminated in the most despicable of acts, the murder of his own father, executed with the very Ashbringer that once symbolised purity and heroism. True to the strings of destiny, Reno ascended as the Scarlet Commander of the Scarlet Monastery, as pledged by his sinister associates. His leadership marked a profound shift in the monastery's trajectory, steering it towards a path fueled by zealotry and fervour. The account of Reno Mograine, touched by manipulation, betrayal, and the reverberations of unspeakable deeds, adds a complex layer to the Scarlet Monastery's heritage. Refocusing our attention on the tale of the monastery itself. As time flows like a river, change inevitably swept through the Knights' ranks. The once unified Silver Hand found itself divided into 2 factions, the zealous Scarlet Crusade and the more moderate Argent Dawn. This division dictated the fate of the monastery. The monastery was claimed by the Scarlet Crusade, and the sanctuary was transformed into what we now know today as the Scarlet Monastery, an emblem of their unwavering commitment to their holy cause of purging Azeroth of the undead. Within the shadowy confines of this newly designated monastery, the embodiment of the Crusade's power took shape. High Inquisitor Whitemane and Reno Mograine, both pivotal figures, made the monastery their stronghold. No longer solely a spiritual haven, it evolved into a military hub and a grim prison for its captives. However, fate, it seems, unfolds in a narrative filled with unexpected twists. Amid the rumours of the Scourge's impending onslaught, the monastery's halls became witness to intricate tales of loyalty and betrayal. Reno Mograine, once a noble and the son of Alexandros, instructed Whitemane to rally a squad to aid Hearthglen against the Scourge's assault. In a narrative too vast to encapsulate in one telling, Darian, Reno's brother, reclaimed the Ashbringer from the menacing confines of Naxxramas. The corrupted blade held the ensnared soul of Alexandros. Under the influence of the potent energy emanating from his father's sword, Darian felt compelled to journey to the monastery and confront his brother. Upon Whitemane's departure to Hearthglen, Darian Mograine, led by the Ashbringer's voice, reached the monastery. This mysterious voice from the Ashbringer materialized into the spirit of Alexandros, who then confronted Reno. This ethereal encounter culminated in a confrontation where Reno met his demise at the hands of his own father, a poignant testament to the tragic intertwining of family and destiny. These tragic events left only one prominent figure from the Scarlet Crusade unscathed, and that is the one and only Sally Whitemane. Standing as the sole enduring bastion of the once mighty organisation, Whitemane assumed leadership over the monastery and pressed on with their holy cause. In the shadows cast by the passage of time, the fate of the once hallowed halls of the Scarlet Monastery took an even darker turn. The monastery faced repeated assaults by a relentless adversary, the Scourge. Known as the Summertide Assaults, these events saw the Scourge descend upon the monastery 3 times, all with malevolent intent. Each assault was a testament to their insatiable thirst for conquest, as they aimed to obliterate the Crusade's stronghold and quench the fervent flames within. The once sanctified refuge became a battlefield, where echoes of past conflicts paled against the chaos of this war. In the climatic saga of the Summertide Assaults, the Scarlet Monastery stood resolute against the Scourge's onslaught. A relentless alliance of steel and faith arose to resist the advance. Amidst the strife, a crucial moment emerged, the downfall of Diodor the Damned. Once celebrated as a Scourge hero in the First War, Diodor delved into the dark arts of necromancy, rising to prominence within the cult of the Damned. However, amidst the turmoil of the battle, Diodor met his demise, his ambitions thwarted by the very forces he sought to control. With his defeat, the Scourge's grip on the monastery weakened, their malevolent plans repelled by the indomitable unity of the Scarlet Defenders.
Hearken, Cur, 'tis you I spurn. Listen well, and feel the burn!
Our focus now shifts to the tragic tale of Thomas Thompson. He was once an esteemed knight of the Silver Hand, and even present during the rejection of Prince Arthas Menethil's proposal to purge Stratholme. Sir Thomas fell victim to corruption at the hands of the cursed Saidan Dathrahan. Under Dathrahan's deceit, Sir Thomas mistakenly purged a seemingly innocent village during the Scourge invasion of Lordaeron. Unbeknownst to him, his own family, believed to have fled with Jaina Proudmoore across the Great Sea, sought refuge in that very village. In a devastating twist of fate, Sir Thomas unwittingly slaughtered his own family. Consumed by grief and driven to madness, he was forcibly indoctrinated into the Scarlet Monastery to contain his turmoil. Eventually, Sir Thomas lost all semblance of control over his tormented mind. After inadvertently slaying some of his own comrades, he met his end at the hands of his fellow Crusaders, executed by beheading. In a grim convergence during the Hallow's End festivities in the year 24, Balnazar, a master manipulator, orchestrated a sinister plan, invoking the darkest powers of fell energy. Through an unholy fusion of arcane and shadow, he reanimated Thomas Thompson's lifeless body, a ghastly puppetry fueled by a sinister union. Thus emerged the fearsome Headless Horseman, a chilling embodiment of the depths of darkness within the Scarlet Monastery's walls. For the complete tale of the Headless Horseman, a secure passage to his story will be provided in the description below. Transitioning to more recent events, Raleigh the Devout, a bastion of unwavering faith, upheld the Scarlet Crusade's mission as a sacred obligation, the solemn commitment to purify Azeroth from the undead scourge. He sought solace within the Scarlet Monastery, finding refuge where his beliefs resonated with the very essence of these walls. However, as Raleigh delved deeper into the Crusade's cause, a revelation shook the very core of his beliefs. Amidst the fervent zealotry, he glimpsed fractures in the Crusade's perception of reality. Their rigid stance on righteousness led to a perilous path where anyone not clad in the Crusade's emblem was branded as plagued. An unjust decree resulting in the torment of innocent souls, a stark truth that Raleigh could not turn a blind eye to. As the monastery's walls echoed tales of misguided conviction and torment, Raleigh found himself at a crossroads. The conflict between duty and compassion challenged the very essence of his faith. It is said that he departed from the Crusade to reveal the true activities within the monastery's walls. During this time, he began plotting the downfall of several key figures within the monastery, among them being the Houndmaster, Herod, and of course High Inquisitor Whitemane. In response to the Crusade's fervent pursuit of unjust torment upon innocent souls, the Alliance extended a hand to a faction of rebellious Crusaders, the Scarlet Renegades. Under the increasingly erratic guidance of Joseph the Insane, this splintered remnant of the once powerful Scarlet Crusade was determined to take hold of the monastery, aiming to purge the halls of the now deranged and murderous Scarlet Crusade and seeking to reform and return the Crusade to its former righteous purpose. Seeking Alliance assistance, Joseph embarked on a mission to overthrow the Scarlet Monastery's leaders. Joseph the Insane and his cohort of Scarlet Renegades orchestrated calculated campaigns that marked the beginning of the Scarlet Crusade's decline. Contrary to both the Renegades and the Alliance, the Horde also assembled a coalition of Forsaken troops and abominations, led by the resilient Dark Ranger Velenara. With both Alliance and Horde factions now vying for dominance over the monastery, these ancient halls transformed into a battleground, a crucible where rival forces clashed in pursuit of their ambitions. However, history's account reflects a tale of futility, as neither faction, including the Scarlet Renegades, emerged triumphant in their struggle for the supremacy over the monastery. Following the assaults on the monastery, Sally Whitemane resumed her leadership role within the Scarlet Crusade. Alongside her was Durand, a new companion who assumed the role of the Scarlet Commander after the death of Reno Mograine. Her remarkable ability for resurrection allowed her to persist. It was believed, though, that her demise would lead to the Crusade's downfall. During this time, an elusive figure emerged, only known as the Hooded Crusader, a mysterious presence whose intentions remained veiled in secrecy. With an apparently malevolent purpose, this figure aimed to undermine the Crusade from within. Despite Whitemane's near invincible reputation, her final end demanded the combined might of two revered artifacts, the Blades of the Anointed. These sacred weapons, safeguarded within the monastery, were wielded by the determined hands of the Forsaken, Lillian Voss, and a group of valiant adventurers. Through treacherous passageways and intense conflict, the resolute team traversed the monastery's depths. Through a valiant endeavour, the group successfully defeated the lingering Scarlet Crusade forces within the monastery's walls, and ultimately ending the life of the formidable High Inquisitor Whitemane. Given Whitemane's well-known powers of resurrection and her remarkable ability to navigate the afterlife, it was a significant feat. When the battle finally concluded, Lillian Voss seized the moment, plunging the Blades of the Anointed into Whitemane's motionless body. This decisive action ensured Whitemane's permanent demise, halting her unending cycle of life. After High Inquisitor Whitemane's fall, the truth emerged from the shadows. Behind the guise of the Hooded Crusader was the Forsaken Lillian Voss herself, and she had been aiding adventurers in their quest in vanquishing the Crusade, seeking retribution for her father's tragic fate sealed by the Scarlet Crusade. The story woven within the monastery's walls became a testament to the intricate dance between destiny, reprisal, and the unyielding determination that steers those who challenge fate's very fabric. During the Burning Legion's third cataclysmic invasion of Azeroth, the Scarlet Monastery once more witnessed the resurgence of a weakened Scarlet Crusade. Within its ancient walls, the remnants of the Crusade rallied under High Commander Goodchild's leadership, aiming to combat the encroaching darkness. Various factions converged upon the monastery, each with distinct motivations. The Knights of the Ebon Blade ventured in to secure Thomas Thompson's steed, leading to a confrontation with Faralis the Fanatic. Amidst clashing blades, Faralis met his demise, showcasing the strength of those seeking the saddle. The narrative within the monastery evolved further as the champions of the Ebon Blade returned once again. In the subsequent assault, they confronted the remaining Scarlet Crusade members, relentlessly dealing the final blow to the Crusaders' resistance and claiming victory over the monastery. In an unforeseen turn, a Death Lord of the Ebon Blade performed a ritual resurrecting Sally Whitemane, the once feared High Inquisitor. Whitemane's transformation into an Ebon Blade agent added a layer of complexity, highlighting the intrigue and evolution inherent within Azeroth's forces. As the Legion's incursion waned and the Fourth War reshaped the world, reports surfaced declaring the Scarlet Crusade extinguished by Stormwind's intelligence agency leader, Matthias Shaw. Their last stand in the monastery became a poignant symbol of shifting power and the march of time. In these final chapters, the Scarlet Monastery's legacy endures as a testament to history's ebb and flow. Amidst Azeroth's turmoil, its tales of courage, sacrifice and transformation etch themselves upon the tomes of lore.